Hey, what's up guys? Review time. The Memorex Karaoke. Okay, so I picked this thing up on Kijiji the other night. Did a trade deal actually. I love trading. It's a lot of fun. I'm running out of stuff to trade though, that's the thing. I still need stuff. But yeah, pockets are kind of empty since I bought my axial deadbolt the other day. Anyway, so I needed a way to amp myself up a little bit for my vocals for guitar, because I'm going to start recording my music tracks again, put them on CD, and probably a few things I might do on YouTube too. But I'm doing music on YouTube regardless with my RC videos. It's just going to be just straight guitar playing. That's it. Anyway, so I picked this thing up, and comes of course with two microphones. They all do. Well, this model anyway. And I got it with a stack of country CDs and one CD that I'm not sure exactly what kind of music's on here, but who knows. And of course I got the cables that plug into the TV, because this thing has RCA outputs for audio and video, so you can hook this up to a TV to see the words on screen, which is kind of handy if you're going to do karaoke. You want to be able to see what you're singing so you got the words, right? Anyhow, right off the bat, 3 out of 5 as a standalone, 3.5 if you're hooked to a TV with a home theater system. Now, there's reasons for this, of course, but anyways, it does come with a CD player, which you can't see right now because it's kind of under the shelf, and I had to jam it in there to get it in there to just sit perfect. And of course, it does have a tape player. So tape deck and CD player. Has a microphone holder on the side to hold one of the mics at least. You'd think they'd put two on, you know, like they give you 2 mics. But anyway, whatever, it's got one, it's okay. So you got your 2 mic input jacks, you got your 2 separate volume controls for your mics, master volume control of course, and you got some other knobs. So let's take a closer in look at this thing, and we'll talk a little bit about this. So we have our typical power switch, left and right for your speakers, which as far as I know guys, this only has 1 speaker in it. I've tried the balance control, it does absolutely nothing. As far as a standalone unit goes, I have not hooked it up to my TV because I don't have a stereo system hooked into my TV. So, and besides, I did not get this for karaoke use. I have no use for karaoke. It's not my thing. But anyways, so we got balance control, which as a standalone don't work. Tone control, kind of useless, so I just leave it on high anyways. Not that it does anything useful. Reverb or echo, which works beautiful, and we also have this other thing. It is called auto vocal. Now what that is, it's like a mix down knob where you can kind of suffocate the singer's voice enough that you should be able to either sing along with them, right, or drown them out quite a bit so that you can sing over top. Because remember, not all CDs you're going to play in this thing or all tapes are going to be karaoke, so you know you want to be able to dial it down a little bit so that you can actually sing over top the singer or sing with them in kind of like a duet type of thing. So it has some functionality for that, which actually doesn't work too badly. Tape and CD selector, program for your CDs so you can program your tracks. Repeat button. I didn't get the manual with this thing, but I don't care. You know, for what I'm using it for, I don't need it. Play and pause, forward and reverse and skip buttons. And of course your stop, mic 2 input jack, and its controller here. Your typical tape player with record feature, so you can record your own stuff. Microphone 1 and master volume. Now, one thing that kind of really sucks about this is, let's say your volume is on 10 for your mic, because that's where it kind of has to be, for me anyway. If I go on 4 here, hello, 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 hello. The microphone is like touching my lips, okay? Just to get this far. Now, we bring this up louder and louder and louder and louder and louder till we feedback. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so when you're playing music in your room, let's say it's at 5. Check, 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 check. That's not going to be loud enough for you to be able to sing with the music and hear yourself sing with the music, right? So the music's actually going to be a lot louder than your microphone input source is going to be, and you're definitely eating your mic just to hear this much. Because if I move it away from myself just about an inch, Now you can barely hear anything coming out of it. So now let's turn up the volume a bit with it about 2 inches away, 2 inches away. Hey, look at that, 2 inches away. We got to crank it up, just get that. Okay, we're a little close, I know. We'll go back away from it. So they should have had this as a complete independent channel, not even connected to this, so that you could have this wherever you want and then amp it up through here, but they didn't do it that way. But, like I said, for me, you know, leave this at 10, turn this to where I need it. Check, 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 check. So now I can actually control the dial here, have this full blast, so the amp is putting out full whatever wattage it has, I have no idea. But at least here I can control it a little bit better and, you know, whatnot. So let's check out the reverb. Hello, hello, that's the middle. Middle. A little further. Oh, now we're at 3 o'clock. Now we're at full tilt. Welcome to my party. It's Halloween. Hey, I like to have fun too, right? So it's kind of fun. The echo is really nice. I really like the echo, and I actually use a little bit of echo with when I'm doing the music thing. So probably about this much, maybe a little hair more, but not by too much. Because too much echo sucks. But anyway, so you get the basic idea how things work here, and what they do and how they do it. Now I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about eating the microphone. Okay, so zoom out here. Hello. All right, so full blast on everything. Hello, 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 hello. Now I'm gonna stand away from the camera here so that it's not so. So right now you can hear my voice at the level it's at. Now we're gonna put the microphone up. Actually, I should actually. Hang on. Zip. There we go. So I'm about 7 feet away. So this is just me with no microphone, it's turned off, and you'll hear me at this level. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. So you get the idea how the microphone works and how sensitive it is or is not. It is going to work for my purposes, that's the big thing. And that's all I care about. If it works for my purposes, I'm all good. As far as the speaker goes, that's going to get changed. I'm going to swap it out for one that's about whatever ohm rating this speaker has. If it's an 8, it's going to 4. If it's 16, it's going to 8. You know, to get more power out of this thing. You're like, how can you get more power? Well, you drop the ohmage level, you have less resistance, and it's going to take less wattage or power from the amplifier to get the signal to the speaker to get the speaker to work properly. So that's a whole other line of physics, okay? But the bottom line is that's my ratings. 3 out of 5 standalone, 3.5 out of 5 if you're hooked into a TV with a home theater system where you'll have a lot more control over things and it's going to be a lot more louder, okay? So you got to kind of take it from there. So where is this thing really geared towards? I think more to the kiddies. It's more directed towards the kids than it is so much adults. If you're serious about karaoke, you ain't buying this. You're going to buy something a way lot better, okay? If you're not so serious about karaoke, you just want to, you know, mess around with something like this, this is a good way to start getting into it. See if you like karaoke. It's cheap enough. I mean, you can pick them up all day long on the internet used for, you know, 10, 20 bucks, you know, because the going rate on this one, pristine, pretty much anywhere I've looked, is about 20 bucks is what people are selling them for. That's a good price, actually, for one that's pristine with your 2 mics, your cables, and some CDs. If you pay 30, that's kind of really pushing it, you know. 20 is more reasonable. Now, this thing probably sold for about 150 bucks new, right? Maybe even 200 in some places, depending on where you live and where you bought it from. Because, hey, let's face it, everybody sells stuff at different prices, even though they sell all the same products. But I know for myself, when I first got my first unit, the same as this, I looked on the internet, and Amazon was actually selling refurbished units for 90. So refurbished is usually 50% cheaper than new. So 90, 180, you're talking about brand spanking new. Ain't worth no 180. Definitely ain't worth no 90 in my opinion, even brand spanking new. You know, because this is about as close as you get to brand new without taking it out of the box. It's cherry condition, works flawless, it's perfect. There's no scratches anywhere, no dings, nothing missing, nothing broken. You know what I mean? It's perfect condition as far as being as close as you're going to get to perfect in this world. Okay, so about as close as you get to brand spanking new. So to me, you know, top 60 bucks to me, I think would be reasonable brand new. But 20 bucks used, definitely awesome. Trade deal, also totally awesome. And like I said, I got mine on a trade deal because I didn't have the money, and he was willing to do a trade, and I'm happy for that. You know, because this now gives me access to solving yet another problem with my music stuff. So now I just need to do a trade deal on a microphone stand, which I'm working on. So hopefully that goes through, but if not, well, I guess I'll have to find some money and buy a microphone stand, because I only need the one anyways right now. So I gotta start somewhere. But I mean, both mics work too. They're both equally the same. They're the exact same mic. They work the same way. You know, we just did our little test there to show you how things worked, and that's the way it works. Overall, I'd say it's not bad, but the lack of response on the tone control, I think I can get that to pull itself out when I throw some tweeters in this thing. So hence another reason for changing the speaker. I'm also going to add tweeters to give me that tonal range, and that should give it to me. You know, and the better quality speaker and a lower ohmage speaker is going to increase my power output, so I also won't have to crank things so loud either on the mic side, which means I can make it a more better karaoke standalone unit should I ever want to do something like that. But either way, it's still going to be a lot better sound quality and a lot louder, and I won't have to overdrive the amp so much just to get out of it what I am right now, because I'd like to have the volumes lower so that the amp doesn't clip, because right now the way it's sitting, the amp's clipping, you know, and that brings in your distortion through the system. So I need to cut back on the distortion, so I need to reduce the volume, get away from the clipping range, but increase the output. And that's where that whole speaker thing comes in, and I'll explain all that one of these days. But anyhow, that's where we're at with that. So if you have any questions or comments, you know, feel free to ask. To answer a few questions, though, that I know would probably come up, I'll do that right now. And that would be number one. Why did I not just buy a microphone or trade for a mic and plug it into one of my guitar amps, because I have 3? Well, because I'll blow my amps. Microphones are designed for PA equipment. An electric guitar amp is for an electric guitar. It is not for a microphone. Different frequencies you're dealing with, the whole nine, and that's a whole other book. But if you do it, you can and will do damage to your amp. I've heard of people blowing amps, and I've never personally blown one, because I try my best to listen to what I'm being told of not to do in life. And sometimes I still experiment just to see, you know, because I gotta know. But I've not personally blown an amp myself, but I don't really want to push it either. But I do know that, yes, it is true, you can blow it. So no plugging in to a amp with a microphone, only into PA type equipment. So musicians have PA equipment separate from their guitar equipment. Now, electric guitar, can you plug one into this karaoke? Well, of course you can, but it will sound horridly bad at any level of volume. How do I know this? I tried it. I had to know. And sounds like garbage. Acoustic electric guitar. Okay, that's a little different than a regular electric. Can I plug that in? Sure. Same result though, and you can damage the karaoke machine. It's the same as you do not plug an electric guitar into a bass amp, nor do you plug it into an acoustic guitar amp. You plug it into an electric guitar amp. And an acoustic electric guitar, you only plug it into an acoustic electric guitar amp. Okay, acoustic electric guitar amp. Now, if I have a regular acoustic guitar and I add in my own pickup, whether it's in the neck, the bridge, or wherever, can I then plug it into an electric guitar amp or into this PA system? Or actually, it's not a PA system per se, but karaoke machine. The answer is no. you will still blow stuff. And you can also harm your electronics in your guitars that you plug into the wrong type of amps. So you're not just harming the amplifiers, you can harm your electronics in your guitars too, and render them useless. So this is not myths, this is not BS out the air. You ask anybody who knows anything about musical instruments and amplifiers and circuits and microphones and guitars, and they're going to tell you the exact same thing. Okay, these are the things you just do not do, and it's for a reason. You will cause damage. So it may not happen right away, but it can and it will. So hopefully that takes care of all those crazy questions in advance. So anyways, in the meantime, hey, if you got anything that I missed for questions, feel free, and leave your comments too. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.